Begin. Hello, everyone. I think the first thing that you're going to hear when you see this video on YouTube is begin. Well, that's because we are beginning to review mashups tonight. It is February 25th, 2022. And yeah, let's listen to some masheronis. Up first, it is Gladalord. And this is the first Gladalord mashup in existence done in 2011. And the third ever published on the internet. The first one is the final version of it, done for my first Crumple Stock set and remastered in 2020. It is the OG Crumpletunga mashup. Crumpletunga. Maybe that's how it's pronounced. Mashup, by the way. Which I think just means crumple song. Or banger, or whatever. Just crumple banger in Portuguese, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, maybe I'll do some drumming videos at some point. Like, I'll be like John Sudano, where it's like, he just started out doing like Smash Mouth stuff. And it's crumple banger in Portuguese. Cool. He started doing those bait and switch Smash Mouth covers, and then he started doing drum covers. Hey, Madeiran, cool. So, yeah, maybe I'll start doing drum covers. Who knows? But this is the first Gladalord mashup. It is the Gladalord mashup debut, and it is something related to Power Rangers, and a song in Portuguese because this is a Portuguese crumple banger. Let's do it. Crumpletunga, crumple banger, mashup, bootleg. Maximiano de Souza, Ron Wasserman. I'm not very good with those accents over like vowels in Portuguese and Gladalord. All right. Let me know if the levels are good. Thank you, Post Music the Gamer, for the sub. I hope you're doing well too. 4 months. All right. Also, shout out to Pressed Cafe for the Agua Fresca. This was made as a bet. I love it. I love it. More mashups should be made as bets. You won €2 and a free lunch. I love it. That is Pog. That is very poggers. In Twitch lingo. I'm fluent in Twitch. It is both poggers. It is both PogChamp and WeirdChamp at the same time. Cyrus, I have thought about that a lot. I have thought about doing like a mashup contest. At certain points, it would be like basically kind of like the Kenny Beats battle, but I wouldn't like pick like the top 10 most voted entries or whatever. I would listen to all of them because I want to roast everyone equally and not just a select few. Everyone deserves to be roasted. So that was a Brazilian Portuguese crumple banger with Power Rangers and stuff. And a song in Portuguese. It is an amazing first mashup. I mean, rhythmically, for a first mashup, it is pretty solid. And it has just that crazy... it has that crazy, like, kind of unhinged, deranged-sounding crumple banger quality with just the minor Power Rangers instrumental and the Portuguese vocals and like the woodwinds or recorder that's in major. It sounds absolutely unhinged, and it is a great introduction to the work of Gladalord. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to knock this too much on a technical level because it is your first mashup and it is phenomenal. It's just a really fun experience and basically is a good introduction to your sound. Like, not very many mashup artists basically nail their sound on their first mashup. So, good job. Yeah, it wasn't major. It's like a major vocal and woodwind thing over a minor instrumental, the parallel minor. I love it. It's great. It's great. All right, Hunter. We got... Ooh, this is another one where it's like Hunter's music as the instrumental bed. And then we got Wildest Dreams Taylor's version. Wait, what is this? Mashup requests. Hey, gifted subarinos. I appreciate you, Post Music the Gamer. You the best. That is truly Poggerinos. Wow. Man, this is an Oprah moment. I love it. All right, Hunter Forsberg and Taylor Swift, Wildest Dreams Manifesto. All right. So, Hunter makes his own instrumentals sometimes. And I think this is something in some Turkish language. Thank you for the bits, man. Thank you so much, Post Music the Gamer. I really appreciate that. You're doing too much. And Taylor Swift, Wildest Dreams, Taylor's version. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know there were stems for the Taylor's versions, but cool. So yeah, synthwave pop mashup. Let's check it out. I think the instrumental is much faster than the Taylor Swift song, but it doesn't sound bad so far. see me in a red dress. Oh, I knew that was where that was from, kind of. I love that synth. I want whatever synth plugin Hunter has.
I said no one has to know what we do. His hands are in my hair, his clothes are in my room, and his voice is a familiar sound. Nothing lasts forever, but this is getting good now. He's so tall and handsome as hell. He's so bad, but he does it so well.
Those programmed drums are crazy. Hey, thank you for the bits. This is crazy.
Remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's
Hey,
just
what's up,
in
Totem?
your eyes.
Post Music the Gamer hit you with that sub.
You'll see me in hindsight, tangled up with you all night, burning it down. Someday when you leave me, I bet these memories follow you around.
Man, Taylor's flowing.
Me in hindsight, tangled up with you all night, burning it down. Someday when you leave me, I bet these memories follow you around. Say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, baby. Red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just in your wildest dreams. Wildest dreams. Even if it's just in your wildest dreams.
Thank you, Cyrus.
In your wildest dreams.
Some music they'd play in between games during esports. Yeah, Sped Up Taylor like kind of like a Kendrick Lamar type cadence where he's like on like a faster instrumental. Yeah. Who needs a hype train? I'm hyped, and I go on trains a lot because I am super into public transportation. Public transportation is based. Most of the money I spend is on train tickets. I'd also be taking the train every day to work. Cool. So that is Hunter Forsberg and Taylor Swift. Yeah. I mean, it's a very interesting idea. Probably not the first Taylor Swift song I would think to put over that instrumental. I think maybe a song like We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, or something like along like the something, or like 22 would have worked over that too. There are a few Taylor Swift songs with like they're like closer in BPM and even have like the same key. So I think Wildest Dreams is like a half step too high. Or is a half step higher than the instrumental. Ooh, definitely I want to go to New York really badly. I've been starving for that opportunity. I'm probably going to move to New York eventually when I get more money from my job. Like when I feel, and maybe like when I have like, I could get a music related job over there. But back to the mashup. Yeah, I like the instrumental, though I think for this kind of like mashup, to balance out like the highs of Taylor's voice, I would probably try to get some more intense bass type stuff going on. Like maybe turn up the bass on the kick, because the kick, I like the double kicks, but I just kind of wish they like hit me in the face a little bit more. Um, just like, made me want to like move a little bit more, because they do sound a little bit stiff, but that's kind of a problem that I have with a lot of like really technical metal, is that they never seem to get those kicks sounding good when it's like super like programmed. That said, it is something I've thought about, is like some kind of genre of metal where it's like very like IDM inspired, but like, or like really like advanced, like insane, like stuttering electronics, like some like Venetian snares or Aphex Twin. But like combined with like the more technical metal that you hear like on from like a bunch of artists on like Metal Archives or whatever, or yeah, Igor, I've heard of them. I know they do kind of similar stuff, or kind of stuff like in that vein. Or actually like some stuff like Vane, or some of the Code Orange stuff that I hear is like maybe a little closer to that, like the more like electronic type stuff. So I do think that like Taylor Swift's voice, like even if it was mixed a little bit like better, because I do think it's pretty loud compared to the instrumental, but I also think the instrumental could like punch me in the face a little bit more to fit like Taylor's like very clean and like clean vocals and all that. Um and there were times where like there was like the part where it was like the reverb vocals like turned like at a lower volume, that where they weren't exactly synced up to the beat. I mean, synthwave is just a very unforgiving genre with being off tempo, um, with like in a mashup setting. Like if you put a vocal that's like even like a few milliseconds off or something, like it's so much more noticeable. Like if you put like MF Doom or Earl Sweatshirt over a synthwave instrumental and didn't like basically use all of the TLC in the world to make sure it was on beat, like it might sound like a little bit jarring. But for the most part, like during the verses and chorus, it was perfectly on rhythm. And yeah, I definitely this worked a lot better than I thought it was going to, like on paper, if I had just heard the instrumental you used. And I also really like when people produce their own instrumentals to for mashups. So yeah, good stuff. And yeah, keep making synthwave with weird like metal influences, because I think it's a really interesting combination that more people should look into. All right, next up, Wave Sunray, Tears for Fears and Talk Talk. That is a very interesting combo. I have needed to listen to Spirit of Eden and Laughing Stock for the longest time. I listened to Spirit of Eden recently, but I think I was just in the wrong mood for listening to it. But I don't know. I will definitely listen to it. Where did you pay? PayPal? Um, I'll check that in a bit, but yeah, I mean, if you just want to send me the link on Discord, I do believe you that it went through. Okay. Yeah, sure. All right, Wave Sunray, Tears for Talk for Talk. Hey, It's My Head. Oh, so It's My Life and Head Over Heels. I actually think I know both songs. Head Over Heels is a banger. I love that song. great. Wow. I actually don't know. This is great. Wow. They might have covered it. I can actually really hear Gwen Stefani singing It's My Life. Yeah. Yeah, this chorus is really good. Yeah, this is a near perfect mashup, I'd say. I mean, two great bangers from the 80s. And mashed up, they sound interesting. Even with like the modulations in the talk instrumental, it's very like it's weird because the pitched down Tears for Fears vocals actually don't sound that bad. Like obviously like audio quality wise, like pitch wise they're great. But like even pitched down, like you can tell it's pitched down, but it actually fits the vibe almost perfectly. Like, I don't know, like it definitely sounds a little manipulated, but for some reason it actually works. It actually fits the vibe perfectly. Rhythmically, it's almost perfect. Maybe there were a few parts where like the second half of the chorus would like maybe drag or maybe like be a little bit too fast and kind of lose the beat a little bit. But that's really the only thing that I would, want to tweak. Like everything else is perfect. The mix is really good. I mean, normally I'd say add reverb, but I mean, your work's already basically done for you if you're mashing up Tears for Fears and Talk. You don't really need to add too much more of that. So yeah, absolute banger. Absolute banger. All right, Goldbug. Unfortunately, Goldbug is not able to make this mashup review. Goldbug is going to be marked absent, and yeah, it's not very cash money. We thumbs down, Goldbug. How dare you miss this beautiful mashup review where everyone's just killing it? How dare you? It's fine. I forgive you. Okay, Mac DeMarco, let's go. Oh my god, it's Lil Jon and Mac DeMarco. What? You can't be serious. We are not. Oh my god. crazy.
Put your hips with it. All my ladies, let me see you put a twist with it. You can't do it like me. I'm by myself. I do it so good. I don't need nobody else. What's happening? What's up? Got that perk behind up. What's happening? What's up? Got Patron in my cup. I drink. I'm on Patron and perk. I can't think. I'm blown to go. Don't know how the hell I'm getting home. Hey, snapping fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snapping fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, strike, bang, bang, posted in the act. About to hit the club, we've been mobbing all day. Drinking on some rust, giant on Patron.
Oh, man.
Strapped with my chrome. Look around the club. What do I say? Everybody rocking side to side to the beat.
Thank you, Gladalord, for the bits.
All by themselves. That's the new move. Where I'm from, we like to go dumb. I'm soaking up the game. I'm seeing how it's done. I ain't shorty what they call it. She said the pool palace. Straight from Bankhead. I said you're good at it. Do what you do. You and your crew. They even got players and thugs doing it too. The more that I drink, the more it's looking smooth. It's nothing to a boss. I can do the shoot too. Snapping fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Snapping fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Chillin' in the bill, there we getting wrong. You can pop the bottles and these getting drunk. Rolling up the goods, put it in the L. Throwing up the easy.
This is Mac DeMarco. It's not tobacco. One of Mac DeMarco's songs from This Old Dog, which is, I think, his second most recent album. I remember really liking that album when it dropped. Man, this mashup takes me back because it kind of sounds like whenever someone would like put like Death Grip's vocals over like a vaporwave instrumental. Like anyone else know the it's like a Macintosh plus Vectroid instrumental with MC Ride over it. It's Lord of the Game and 420 by Macintosh Plus, and it works like a charm. And this kind of reminds me of that, or like one of those. I remember this old YouTube channel called Arbonne. We were kind of like Arbonne and I were kind of like both kind of doing our thing around the same time. We both started out doing Death Grips mashups. Or that was what we mostly did. It was like Death Grips and Smash Mouth mashups. Very like 2017, 2018 vibes. Hey, Goldbug! We just listened to your mashup. I really like it. It definitely brings me back to like whenever people were making just like Death Grips and hip-hop mashups a little bit. But yeah, the vocals, like obviously they sound like they're in a different headspace than the instrumentals, but I mean, I actually really like it, and rhythmically, just the cadence is great. Like, I don't know, I just really like the vibe of like, you know, kind of chill instrumentals with like rap songs with like intense vocals or gang vocals. I mean, also there's that classic mashup of Clams Casino and Death Grips, but yeah, I mean, this just kind of reminds me of that era of mashups where Death Grips would like go on top of like wavy instrumentals, and that was like my whole thing initially. But yeah, great vibes, good mix. I enjoyed this. Yeah, I mean, I don't know like how easy it is to get Mac DeMarco instrumentals. Like, are there any available? I know that Mac DeMarco, like, there are mashups with that song. Like, someone actually made, I think it was Arbone, made a mashup of Death Grips and that specific Mac DeMarco song. Is there an instrumental for Chamber of Reflection? Let's see. Is this a karaoke version? Oh, it's also... yeah. I think it's just mainly the main synth riff looped. But, yeah. Imagine, like, Travis Scott rapping over that in, like, 2013 or 14. Like, that would be... What if that song was on, like, Rodeo or Astroworld? I think, like, people would go nuts. I mean, Tame Impala was already, like, credited on production on that song Skeletons with The Weeknd. All right, Candy Way. Mashup from Cyan Dino. So it is Green Day and Robbie Williams. So Robbie Williams is one of those artists I actually haven't really heard much from. I also am not super familiar with Warning by Green Day. I know like the title track and the song Minority. Those are bangers, especially Minority. Yeah, I mean, Robbie Williams, it's... If you're American, you can probably avoid his stuff more easily. I'm guessing that Cyan Dino is probably from Ireland, so... I mean, Ireland and the UK, like, definitely similar chart... Like, similar, like, top 40 charts and all that. I've been able to escape Take That and Robbie Williams, but other people may not be able to do that. All right, so let's check this out. Oh yeah, actually, I have all those instrumental albums on a drive somewhere.
I was there to witness Candice is in her business. She wants the boys to notice her rainbows and her bonus. She was
I think I've heard this Robbie Williams song, actually. I wasn't safe from S Club 7 when I was a kid, so... Actually, what song? When did the Robbie Williams song come out? Thank you for the subscription to YouTube. Oh, this is like recent. He's still dropping music. Damn. Oh, produced by Jackknife Lee. So it's Jackknife Lee is like one of the biggest Irish producers. A lot of work with Snow Patrol, U2, Weezer, Ash. Oh no, actually, I don't think he did anything with Ash. Oh no way, cool. Yeah. This could definitely be on like the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater soundtrack for sure. No doubt. Yeah, I like this. It sounds like a legit song. This probably would have been on the charts in like maybe like the early 2000s, the turn of the millennium. Imagine if Good Charlotte dropped something like this in like the early to mid 2000s. I think it would have definitely sold. Actually, yeah, this does kind of sound like one of Good Charlotte's like better songs. Maybe with like, yeah, Good Charlotte would have like definitely made this kind of song a hit. But yeah, it's a vibe. It works. Same key. Same rhythm. Good mixing. Not really a lot to comment on here. It just makes sense. It just is. It's a very, very well executed A plus B mashup. Yeah, I don't really have a ton of material to hear. Yeah. It works. So now I have a mashup from Thyrus. I think it's something with Linkin Park, I know. Let me just pull it up. So, yeah, this looks like a Linkin Park Mega Mash. So it's also three different albums. So we got In My Remains, which I think is from Living Things, Wretches and Kings, which is one of my favorite songs from the 1000 Suns era, or album, and Cure for the Itch from, I think it's from Hybrid Theory, if I remember correctly. I think so, yeah. Yeah, let's check it out. It's a Linkin Park Mega Mash. I think we even have a video for it.
Folks, we have a very special guest for you tonight.
Ooh.
I'd like to introduce...
Where's this battle box? The guitar is from, or whatever that noise is from Wretches and Kings. Battle bots. The drum beat from Wretches and Kings comes in. Or some percussion from, I think, multiple Linkin Park songs. Hell yeah.
Searching for a message in that fear and pain, broken down and waiting for a chance to feel alive, knowing my remains are promises that never came. Set their silence free to wash away the worst of me. Of every broken heart.
I like how everything drops and then
sinking down and waiting for the chance to feel alive, knowing my remains.
I mean, this is definitely better than Transformers as an accompaniment for Linkin Park songs. Would rather watch this than Transformers any day. Yeah, I like this. cool. So that was In My Remains, Wretches and Kings, and Cure for the Itch, all mashed up together. Yeah, I thought that key-wise, most of it was really good. I actually kind of liked the counterpoint or kind of like weird vocal harmony of like some of like the F, like some of like the weirder notes in the A minor scale, like over the Wretches and Kings beat, because there's a part where the Wretches and Kings like guitar or whatever stem, the Tom Morello-y part, it's like da da da. So it actually works with some of the more interesting notes like the F natural over the A minor. So actually some of like the yes, I don't actually have too much of an issue with any of the vocal melodies, and good chunk of the rhythms are on point too. There was a period towards the end where I think some of the beat matching was a little bit out of sync. I actually thought it sounded kind of interesting. Yeah, I like when like, I don't know, it kind of sounded a little bit more like maybe some like DJ Lethal or like scratching on like some of the more like, you know, like some of the Limp Bizkit songs where it's like a little bit more like all over the place tempo wise. But I actually kind of liked how it just sounded like a little bit weird and live and in the moment towards the end. I think just the one thing to work on or improve upon since this mashup, I know this was 4 years ago. My mashups 4 years ago were not as good as this. No way. But I think just some of the vocal mixes were off. I think that sometimes Chester was a little bit too loud, and some of the Mike Shinoda verses were a little bit too quiet. But overall, I liked it. I think with like some tweaking of this formula, which I feel like you've done on subsequent uploads, like this whole this Linkin Park Mega Mash thing could be like some of the best mashups I've ever heard. I've blamed Mike for being too quiet. Yes, he should be more boisterous and just crazy and unhinged sounding. I mean, yeah. So good stuff. I blame Mike for being too. I love that. Okay. So now it's time for Eurovision. I think the last time we checked in with Eurovision, until it's gone. All right, so let's do some Eurovision. I think we left off at 1960. Maybe 1959. Let me look through the William Maranci Stream Archives channel because I don't know. So we left off in 1959, or was that the last one we saw? Let's see. William Maranci Stream Archives. Yes. I don't really like William Maranci mashups. The William Maranci solo channel, not great. Like, why should he be serious about anything? He is a goofy mashup boy. Actually, it might say here. Let's see. Did we do Eurovision this week? Oh, actually, it's a separate reaction. Oh, I think we just did 1958. That is